lock one of them in for our bottom lane. But Rumble's still up, so T2R's fine.
Yeah, and I actually would have even liked how they just sent the Karma mid and maybe picked a more defensive bot lane that isn't going to end up getting
for poke here because he wants to make something happen at the level 3 mark.
Flash W Munchables.
Oh, in he goes. Ming to start this one off. The root is there, and first blood already for Xiaolongbao.
And that
make plays around the map. Typically, is quite selfless with those teleports. We've got another fight in the bottom lane. Ignite used onto Missing. He's got no summoners. And RNG winning out. But Betty goes down. Jomang in a 1v1. But that's a Pantheon. You don't get to 1v1 Pantheon. Dodges the spear though. Yes, he does. Jomang pulls it out of the bag. Now trying to get away. Crying. Can't find a stun. Yes, he can. Gets the kill for himself with an auto.
Overall, nice.
The kind of guy that wants to... Hang on. Forget Teachma. We've got to play on the bottom side.
It's going to be much harder to execute this without that flash.
Not if Missing just walks into them, though, because mid-game. Maybe not. Dragon going to go the way of Ari. It's pretty insane. Beisheng could be in trouble here, though. Scatter the weak lines. There's a spear. The flash forwards. Look at the coordination.
Gives up some waves top. Walks straight down bot, so they want this 5v5.
They might not get a 5v5, though, because Beisheng is rooted in a Dawning Shadow to finish it. Ming with the kill credit. And now collapsing onto the rest of WE. Jomang able to get over the wall. Missing safe.
Straight down from top. Things are looking good for W. It's like, okay. Morgan doing a great job of what he always
ways back into games before. I think the key difference between this game and those other games where WE came back is lack of agency on the composition, right? It's not as easy to just force a play when you don't have something like the Ash Arrow to find a pick.
Exactly, and the only thing you can really rely on is once RNG are on something like a Dragon.
Morgan is doing a good job to keep New in the fight here as his jungler is going to arrive, dodging the ulti, but it's not quite enough. Beisheng finds himself.
Maybe would use words like sinner and things along those lines. But here in the LPL, these compositions are fun.
They really succeed.
I agree. I think it's a very... It changes the whole style that your team needs to play. So, you know, Cloud Drake feeling good. Once again, RNG's bot lane still has their goal. This split, but has played it in his career.
I feel like we're reaching at this point just to justify my dumb statement. Morgan is in a little bit of trouble here. And this is what I was talking about. Ming's going to arrive on the bottom side of the map. No way out here as Ming finds himself his second kill on the Pantheon. And they've got a Herald to keep this play going.
Yeah, they're not even going to open up the mid lane of the map. They're saying, hey, we're going to go for this play on side, get this down. And it's going to be an easy turret for them. Ming by Betty at the end, comes in, presses W, all in a day's work.
Yeah, they need to line those ults up, but keep your eyes on Nu, who's going to try and get onto the backline. Beisheng desperately trying to burst this Dragon down, but it resets in the middle of the fight. Now everybody going ham for this one as Morgan trying to protect jungler. Jomang still surviving. Beisheng got the Dragon, and now they're looking for the fight as well. Xiaolongbao already went down, and Ming is stuck in the back of the pit. RNG going to try and collapse onto Beisheng here. Ming knocked up, but keeps himself alive with his shield. Now Nu jumps into the fray. He's tanky. He's the big Renekton, and he's tearing them apart. Betty keeps him alive, supporting him on the AD carry, and RNG... Even with your 2 black cleavers, he's still in... 3 black cleavers, in fact. They only stack one time. Xiaolongbao's been found! See you later, Xiaolongbao.
Okay. The 56% stat is going up, Munchables.
I don't know, but this is looking great for WE. Beisheng just on top of the Dragon.
You know, now I'm feeling a bit dumb where I said, I love comps.
Yeah. But he's not really the target they want to be going on to. And you can see WE just muscling their way forwards. Morgan trying to find a way onto Betty here. But he is starting to get low himself. Shields coming out from Missing, not quite doing enough.
I think Morgan's health bar outlasts RNG's mana bars, though.
Yeah, potentially. Xiaolongbao is getting low on mana here. Dragon going to be started up by Jomang there. Ming jumps over the wall, but he can't really connect onto Teachma. Equalizer to keep RNG in the fight. Good healing, though, coming out from Betty across the line here. Beisheng jumps straight onto the Dragon, but he has to back away once more. Jomang's still going strong. The root lands, but there's no follow-up. Now onto the Dragon once again. It's taken by RNG. They get themselves the soul. Beisheng flashes away, and they're trying to collapse onto WE.
It's obviously the most crucial of WE's abilities.
Cleanse available here for Jomang as they start this fight off. Morgan goes a little bit wide on his ult. on just the second proc here. They're on to Jomung, but they can't finish him off. Teamfighting goes down, though. And New still going to be healthy on this one. Morgan trying to tank up for his team, but Jomung just doesn't have the damage to finish any of these kills. New with a stopwatch of perfection right here. Morgan gets out, and it's Jomung to fall instead. Now Beisheng desperately running another kill for Cryan as RNG have found their fight.
Much, how did this even happen? Even with Morgan's ultimate, you forced out Betty's flash. Things were looking all right for you, and suddenly there's a crocodile and I guess I don't know what an Italy is in the backline.
A cougar.
Okay, there we go.
A croc and a cougar jumping onto the backline. Teamfighting got destroyed in that fight. Couldn't even use his equalizer. RNG might just win the game.
I actually think they will. 30-second death timers. Teamfighting, I guess will come at 10, has his ultimate.
They're going to go for this one, missing so low. Beisheng, there's nothing he can do about it. And RNG have made it happen. The Croc and the Cougar comp working out in the end. 13-6. Equalizer's not enough. And the game goes to RNG.
Before we move forward, what insane 2v2. They will win out early game as both of them are strong in the early game.
They're just basically unkillable.
Yeah, exactly. To where Teamfighting is going to be a lot more about keeping Jomung first neutral objective.
Nicely done here by RNG. Going to grab themselves a Mountain Drake to start things off.
This reference was way too UK for me.
You guys know, you guys are really good at tennis in America. Jomung really good at flashing away from the play out of RNG.
Oh.
And here's the answer from WE. Get your popcorn, boys and girls. First blood to RNG. Betty, though, can't get away from this one. Beisheng answers. Xiaolong about to go down as well here as Morgan has found his way into the play. This is what we know him for. Mingle fall as a double for missing. And New is going to be cut down by the Croc.
And I honestly couldn't even follow what happened. We saw
into an absolute brawl. This is going to be first tower going the way of WE, as well as 4 kills. And
you're running this Twisted Fate Jarvan composition, so very strong in the early mid stages of the game. Twisted Fate also need to get a numbers advantage or find a nice pick.
Well, RNG are going to be able to finish off. Certainly nice for WE to start to stack these neutral objectives up for themselves, because ultimately that can very much be a win condition. We have seen what Aphelios can do when he's got an Ocean Soul. That carry becomes invincible, and when that's your main threat, what we're going to see is WE walking forward to grabbing themselves a tower with absolutely no contestation whatsoever from RNG.
One that I think would be harder to execute is, we talked about waiting for a point to where New will start being able to win that 1v1 against Renekton, which I actually don't think will be for another realm, and like Xiaolong Bao Secure Dragon.
There's no Destiny. Nope. And Ocean Soul is on the map right now.
Hey,
Morgan goes
Ashold.
golden. He's going to be able to flash away over the wall here. Beisheng just wants Dragon. He doesn't want to fight right now, but it turns out they've got one anyway. Keep your eyes on Jomung. He is the carry for WE as they go straight into this one. Moonlight Vigil on everyone, and that's the Reddit Aphelios we've been talking about.
And that was an amazing fight coming out from WE. It was just a ticking time bomb, Munchos. We talked about this was the way that WE looked for the win, and they actually ignore the Dragon. They're just pushing for
everything.
They can't push for the win.
Surely not. They've got 30 seconds on Cryan, but hey, they're going to try and make this one happen. WE charge down the mid lane. Can they actually just win right here? This is insane for WE.
Yes, they can. So, looks like this is going to be game 2 for WE.
Absolutely unbelievable here. Betty goes golden under the tower, but he's going to fall on this one. WE.
Oh, God.
What a patient game out of them, and what a way to win it after that. Forget the Ocean Soul. We won the Nexus.
That was a bit of a...
No.
Ooh.
Hang on. That changes everything.
Yeah, it's Gragas support, which Gragas support is a thing over in the LCK. In 1v1 in lane is not a good sign.
It's not a good look, is it? Xiaolong Bao now the one in trouble. Unleashed Power comes through. Flash forward, gets this done. Collateral damage to steal the kill from Beisheng there. And now another fight in the bottom lane. I think Jomung should be able to jump away. In fact, he's jumping in. Facebreaker onto both of them. Ignited onto the AD carry. Ming with the Facebreaker, but flashes away. Missing can't quite follow this one up. Gets a knock-up, though, onto Betty. The heal isn't available for either squad right now, but Jomung doesn't quite have the damage.
So now we can see if, like, their pseudo-poke gets to come out.
We can see if this Dominus is going to work. Please pick up the Eye of the Herald, WE. New is going to be straight onto missing it. Beisheng finally does grab that for himself. Morgan with a knock-up here. Facebreaker into the team from Ming as he gets everybody down. Teach him out, the first one to fall. Morgan pushed back. But Jomung is on the back of the fight, and he wants to finish these health bars off. Everybody's so low from the side of RNG. Got his big ult across the whole team, so But hey, we get to see a little bit of proactivity.
Aggressively walking into me so consistently.
Xiaolongbao has read the play as well. He's moved up towards this top side. We could have a 2v2 on our hands. Beisheng has to do almost all of the damage in this fight here, and he's been read like a book. Morgan with a double knock-up, though. Fight across the team. Very nice center ult. Nu still survives this one. Crying, though, tries to shut down Beisheng, gets the ultimate. Can't quite finish the kill, though. Beisheng can't get away from that one, but Crying is answered. 1-for-1 now. Xiaolongbao has to pounce away. Moves over to the rest of the team that's already started off this dragon. Oh, what a stun coming on through. You mentioned Teachama. He is showing up. Dragon goes down as well. And WE, one more of a fight here. Call of the Forge got available. Ming doesn't have his flash. He's going to be stunned up by everything here. And another kill for Beisheng.
It definitely comes down to your question of best, which I know what you're saying. Ooh, Crying.
Crying gets a pull onto Missing here, but he couldn't quite find Teachama. There's no mana for Teachama, so he couldn't quite follow up after the ult.
But ultimately on RNG, right, it's where Betty and Ming are definitely the two most consistent players in performance, but Xiaolongbao has the highest highs, along with obviously lower lows, and Xiaohu I'd say is close to that, but not as up and down. So that is why a lot of pressure's on Xiaolongbao.
Speaking of pressure, he's trying to finish. Missing just went back into this play. I'm not sure why. I guess it's because he had exhaust and he knew how to play around it. Jomung now, the source of the damage as the rest of the team arrives. We've got a brawl on our hands all of a sudden, and Jomung's in trouble. Taken down with a double for Crying, and RNG back on top. And RNG have just flipped the switch. They have just said, look, if you're going to contest...
necessarily move first unless someone from WE just doesn't come.
WE going to be pushing down the mid lane here with a Herald. There is very little in the way of an answer from RNG. This is going to be two towers going their way. Very nice little play from WE. WE would love to find themselves on Soul Point here. Call of the Forge God going to come on through, trying to get onto Crying, but the Dragon's already gone down to Xiaolongbao.
Teachama, who doesn't have anything like a cleanse or the E coming out from Jomung, so we'll be able to just lock him down and burst him down fast. Ooh, Ming.
Nu is coming into this fight. Missing jumps over him. Showstopper wants to teach him out. Gets the Unleashed power out. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and is Missing forced away. This is an already won fight here for RNG, who grabbed themselves a second trade.
That was just strange.
Since he is just going to eat these spears all game long, hey, at least he's a bit tankier.
And that's WE are just taking Dragon for free.
Yeah, Nu over the wall, but there is basically no contest here. Xiaolongbao late to the party. This Dragon goes down. And WE...
Actually, now bring us over to Ming. Ming has his flash up once again. Has his ultimate, can try to bring these members into Nu.
He's going straight onto Teachama. Good flash from Teachama, but he can't get out of this one. Taken down immediately. Ult from Morgan, though, means that Betty is the answer. Jomung has to carry this fight. Or does he? Morgan's on the horn. The Ram charging on forwards and chasing down RNG.
Now it's up to Xiaolongbao.
We're not watching the LPL for plays that make macro sense. We're watching the LPL to see Morgan flash for a brittle kill onto Betty. Xiaolongbao wants to go for the steal, but Jomung is here to deny that. Missing with the knockup. Xiaolongbao forced away. In the meantime, Beisheng stepped out of the pit here. Baron finally goes his way. Now for the fight as well. Double knockup. Morgan wants this win for himself. Ming will go down as Morgan chases out the Croc and gets the kill.
And honestly, Munchables, that Baron was extremely confusing. People jumped into the Baron, they jumped back out of the Baron. Vice versa, but WE coming out on top in the end, and your main man Morgan showing up big, and even Beisheng and Jomung doing really well in these fights.
MVP Morgan himself stepping up to the plate, showing us why he's the new Hulk Hogan of the league. And now, charging straight down the top lane, we've seen WE more than happy to pull the trigger and try and end the game.
And there's 20-second death timers. They can definitely do this. Call of the Forge God is still up.
Let's go WE, trying to push things on in here, trying to finish this game out. It's Crying and Betty to try and defend. Oh, barely surviving. Betty gets onto the fountain. Health bars are low for the side of WE. This is going to be the towers going down. Can they finish the Nexus in time? Just trying to play keep away for the AD carry. And WE 2-1 RNG.
And I absolutely love the look on their face cams. You saw the